Fred, do something!
Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's stream. Hope you're having a good day today. Sexy Dexy who asking where the kaboom is, but no kabooms in this game with Doki Doki Literature Club. But yeah, hope everybody had themselves a good day today. My day was all right. I mean, I crashed hard after last night's stream. Like I was in bed by about 1:30, and then I woke up about what 6:30, and I had an alright day. Got a one story done, and then got started on another one. Was reminded about having to fix a sink. Got some work was all right this evening, although I missed a message from one of the supervisors. And yeah, just an all right day. Anyway, we are continuing Doki Doki Literature Club, and the one big advantage with a game like this is that it's going to be very easy to hit like end marks because it's a visual novel and can save it at any point in time. I also realized that with this version of the game, it did have like some unique achievements and stuff, and I knocked off a few that I could off stream. earlier today, mostly as it relates to the gallery, changing the wallpaper on this, listening to the music for 20 minutes, and so forth. I, of course, will be reading all the dialogue out loud. Of course, last night we all saw that I was so exhausted that I actually would be spaced out in the middle of reading something. Doesn't help that we're reading it off of like the pink background of the text box is not exactly the most endearing thing to read off of. Because this is my line of sight in terms of like looking straight ahead. Although folks have often seen me tilt my head down and looking like this when I play. So, but then I'm having to look down at the bottom, and it's like it's not exactly the most endearing angle. Oh yeah, loading game. You can use the skip button to fast forward through text you have already read. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. Eh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you. Sayori, is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. It's just, I'm just a little tired today. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay! I want to go home a little bit early today. Sayori? Monika wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out the classroom, humming to herself. Oh, so it's Natsuki next. I guess you really haven't learned anything after all. Honestly, I don't know why I get my hopes up in the first place. Well, I didn't think this one was that bad. What did I do wrong? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. Don't just sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki stopped short all of a sudden. Don't tell me. Huh? You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? And keep your voice down. You know Yuri would love this kind of angsty. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean Looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I am so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me. Thank you, stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. She's 18. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Alright. Yuri. This is wonderful. I can feel the emotion that you poured into it. Is this the result of trying what I suggested yesterday? Yeah, I guess so. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more feeling. Yuri visibly swallows. She doesn't spit. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. Fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offered that patience to her. Yeah, I just being appreciated like this, I guess. This probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my rating, it just makes sense to me. Really, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. Besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh? Even your close friends? For some reason, Yuri doesn't respond. Yuri? Yuri smiles sadly. During lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. Or people you just know will make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. When you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day. No? Those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you. I'm not a know-it-all. The opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings. And all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. No, I'm a difficult person. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you're always treating me just like anyone else. So rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. Well, I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. If other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends. I would say I have at least one success. Wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands. This time she's smiling as she does it. You want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of the earth castatically meets the surface. Under clear blue skies, an expanse of bliss. Beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic, the breeze is gentle yet powerful. I stick my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foaming tendrils. I turn back and I abandon my piece to a road at the shore. I forward and I return to the earth forevermore. I'm aware that the beach is kind of a inane thing to write about. I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. Say that like you didn't even want to write about it. Oh, you haven't heard? After yesterday, Natsuki and I, well, it was amusing that we wrote about something similar in such different ways. But Natsuki wanted to get us to write about the same topic as each other again. I see. Natsuki didn't even let me read her poem, so I don't have much to contribute. I suppose to be better compare. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought process. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her was no surprise that she wanted to do something like that. Probably just wants to show off. Not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. Can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Well, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Hi! Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people? I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. Whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. Let Monika take the poem I'm holding in her hands. Great job. What's going ooh in my head while reading it? Really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Guess I underestimated you. Easy for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know, that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. Very challenging to write like that efficiently, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It takes years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri's has at this point. Never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, right? Okay, alright. Lady who knows everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth, a lady who knows everything. Beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought, and here I am, a feather. Out adrift the sky, a victim of the current winds. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist, but when all else fails me, with the others have turned away, legend is all that reminds me, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow, I fall and I fall and I fall, and even more, gentle as a feather, a tranquil, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger. The hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. Lady who knows everything. Lady that knows everything. Everything knows what I'm thinking. Before I can speak, he responds to a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with each breath she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. Never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost a paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. Seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Now, are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Ah, yeah, yes, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. You ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you just put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it, the thing you are, and the things you can work on. Much more encouraging than that way. It'll make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Damn. Again, it's like that pink background is like such a... The text blends so much into... The white text on that pink background, for my eyesight, it just blends in too much. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Eh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri is immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Thanks, Yuri. In your books, maybe? Look, the only difference is that Sayori isn't here. It seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? Thank you, Striker. Phillies win 6-4 over the Marlins. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well, so she went home early. That's so. Hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No, first of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. Second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I don't want to force it. Oh? That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people. Calm down, guys. I've talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. As for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless? No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person you know. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now, Natsuki, he's pouting too? Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never give Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. And then that may be the case. But if I can't be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? We should be able to make some banners and decorations to help with the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk to focus on and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. Anyway, that just leaves you, the only one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri has a pretty heavy task to handle. It'll probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would really appreciate I would be really appreciative of that. Right, that's kind of like a suggestion I spent this weekend was one of my club start. As Monika suggesting that I spend the weekend with one of my club members. How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a little bit of help. But even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work that I could give you. Not like Monika is going to give me a choice and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Suki likes to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall that, Suki, you mentioned that you were like handling put your hand on the racing on your own? It may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, you might be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Fred to... What are you saying? It would be extremely... forecast. And baking isn't? Jeez, what do you think? Guys! Let's just settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to him to decide how he'd like to continue review. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know. I'm sure he's interested in. You literally just said, and I'm surprised as well. Sorry, I was just saying though. Jeez, when we settled this already? Fred, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone look straight at me. Of course, I'm going to go with... I mean, if it's going to be anyone, then I prefer to help Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors then, but Monika said that Sayori was helping her. Hey, did you really hate us that much? No, sorry, I didn't mean this to be difficult. Think of the club, okay? Well, I guess I should be helping Monika. Yeah, you picked me. Hold on one second. Yeah, Monika, you're the one who needs the least amount of help from our class. Oh. But I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already more suitable for one person, but you already have Sayori as well. But Fred was the one who was... that doesn't matter. You were the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. You're the club president, Monika. You're supposed to be responsible, make responsible decisions for the club. Monika, you shouldn't let any ulterior motives interfere with this decision. Ulterior motives? What are you guys saying, Yuri? In fact, it sounds like you guys are the ones with ulterior motives. Excuse me? Otherwise, this would not have been made. It is such a big deal in the first place. That's completely false, Monika. Yeah, we have a lot of work to do, you know. We won't be as good. We won't do as good as a job if you make us work alone. Oh, maybe that's true. Think of the club, Monica. If you if you want to our event to succeed, then we need to appropriately distribute our resources. Huh. So, are you going to do the right thing, President? Okay, I get it. It's technically most logical for Fred to help one of you two. So I guess that's what we'll do. Do you have a preference? Yeah. Well, I'm already more useful. I'll probably be more helpful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you? Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying. Look, you'll be helping Yuri then. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Glad. I can never. I have a bad habit that would have. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things. But I think your assistance will be very helpful. That's a great. Natsuki, you'll be able to handle this baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell Natsuki is feeling a little sour. Oh, is that everything we need? Is that everything we needed to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word. I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way? Huh? Am I guessing that you're referring back to my... I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it turns out. That's good enough for me. We'll see about Natsuki. Natsuki, what? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I mean at all. Huh? You anxiously glance between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why he picked me. And also, the cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. Nothing I do for the event will compare to that, so I get it. Kind of surprised though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you trying to cheer me up all of a sudden? I know I'm not very good at it. Sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki is the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she has trouble with words, trying to cheer up someone must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I began to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I could tell she tried to say something Sayori was said in Ruby. Oops. This area always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kind of appreciate it. Sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm going to say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. Huh, I believe you. Yeah, I hope to see everyone else do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head over... That's for Lakshmi. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out there. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. I turn around. Sorry, I realize I don't have much in the way of contacting you this week. Oh, you're right. Can't believe this slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think this would have been the best way. Alright, there. Oof. You and I exchange phone numbers. Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Eh? My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought this would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. All right. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decided not to press Yuri for a reason. Not like the rebound. Not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. Hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you as anything. Don't underestimate yourself. I think we'll make a very productive team, even if you only choose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But Yuri thinks for herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She's looking straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her a tremendous effort, Yuri finally said that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way to the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri is going to be coming to my house on Sunday, even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori. Anxiety still shoots through the roof. I gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. Who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. She even told us she was looking forward to somewhere. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous as Sayori finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. Besides, like Monika said, it's about the club. I have nothing to worry about. I'll just go with it. Then I'll have a good time. Already Sunday. Wait. Give me a moment. Trejo.
I summon you. I've come for my fresh meat, not your personal.
Seriously, this dude definitely looks like Danny Trejo. It's a younger version in Japanese, but my point is still made.
Let's go.
Get him, bro! Here I come! Eyes on the prize!
Really? So that wasn't blockable.
Gotta do something about this.
It looks like we've managed to give them the slip. Seems like they've lost sight of us. If we tail them from behind, we shouldn't be spotted. Once we're in their blind spot, use the scope to hit them accurately from high ground.
Sorry about that. It's sometimes with the visual novel. I think in taking a break every half hour with it well, half hour, 40 minutes or so will be reasonable. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monika said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feeling aside when she might need me? I decided to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reached Sayori's house, I knocked on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we're family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It's been a long time. Not much has changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I always recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you come over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but wait, how did you know about that? Sayori has already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monika told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Ah, that's true. Well, but what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monika today? Of course, but I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in random direction. Up, down, left, right. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing after you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So? Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good. Huh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori? I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something's happening to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this, so tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Ah, Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you? Guess I have no choice this time. Thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. You know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. That's why I just want to make everyone happy without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me this entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to not just think about her? Why, Sayori? Huh? Why is it that you never told me about this? I almost feel like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. Bittersweet when people try to care about me. Feels nice sometimes, but also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I want so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club feels like a spirit going through my heart. But that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to pull you, to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Fred. There's nothing, and nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped if everything could be like it's always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. Now you come here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. That's why I'm going to accept this punishment. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time I pulled her into a tight embrace. Fred, Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. Wow. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. All I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away, and if there's anything that you need me to do, you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sayori puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's not really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. If she does so, I let her go as well. Festival's tomorrow. Yeah. It's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yes? Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this happens to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet at my house. At the very least, you want to come along and help out? Would be fun. I'm surprised Sayori shakes her head. Sorry, I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand? Kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I'll look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Huh. Thank you, Trekker. Thank goodness. You're a little early. Sorry, I wasn't home yet. Are you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here, but I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. What is the game we're playing with Iceman tomorrow? Gears of War 3, Striker. That's on the agenda. I already have it installed as we bring down the hype for Gears of War E-Day. Anyway, let's go inside. Rev it up, yeah. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it'll be fine. I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. No. I would be really embarrassed if my room is to be a mess while we're here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. I know all about spacing out. It's fine. Gears 5 was released. Harper first year was with the Phillies, right? Yep, 2019. I had to do a double check and cross reference. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap as if making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Ah, yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements, you know. Mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh wow. I didn't know you plan on taking it that far. Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. The year he had to be but hurt with the Nationals winning without him. Yep. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Huh? Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved and kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. But yeah, like what? Let's see. Yuri rummaged through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. Yuri, I don't think you could use that type of object at a school function. You might get away with the candles, but not a wooden cylinder-shaped object. Look how good the Nationals offense is, but they might not make the playoffs. But there's a good chance because their pitching sucks. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. Sure, Yuri, sure. I plan to cover the window in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's the wooden thing, though? Oh, that's called a dildo. Oh, this? The diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? I'm not familiar at all. Ah, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. You know how Adele got traded to the Guardians? Yeah? It's just... in just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through the small hole on top. Wow, this smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is jasmine essential oil. Smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I choose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Today he had a 455-foot home run, the longest home run for the team this season. Ah, cool. That was a big fly. Don't you think that would be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. Well, what I like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What would those be used for? What would those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang them from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the door onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye. It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. It's really creative. I have no idea you're so good at this, Yuri. That's so. I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it. Ooh, ooh. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon from... Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. Thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship, a feeling of danger, maybe. Oh, what am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really good, cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my middle index finger. Ow! Why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. My fault. I should have warned you. The knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no! A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. Her tongue curled around my finger. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh? Please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. There's an understatement. Oh, she doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I'll do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri just looked at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. Not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird. Yuri goes shyly. Eh? Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. Tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing at all. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them out side by side. Looks better than I expected and will be very efficient as a door curtain. Looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Ah, thanks. Just something I saw online recently. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it! What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the painting tablets. Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri has asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back. I'll be back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it'll be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I'll put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back to my room. Yuri? Yes? I come to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Ah, nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. Nothing new wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon himself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. No, I thought we would do something simple that will look very nice. I like to paint a gradient across the banners, starting with the colors of sunrise and daytime and sunset and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. You can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the festival in the classroom. Ah, neat. What are you going to write? Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite ends so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few drops of the different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide while we paint. That reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with the watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I don't mind it at all. Kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. That's why I just like when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having relaxation. Just like having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Wow. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush. I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Yeah, sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. You just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. Not your fault. Your face. There are drops of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there anything on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down to face her. There. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is there something wrong? Hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. Didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait, just for a little longer. It feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. An intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze and enveloped by her own feelings. Breathes gently half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is this the aroma of jasmine or oil giving me this dizzy fizzling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrap around my wrist, and a tingling sensation through my arm. Suddenly, her face seems to be much closer to mine. But just a moment ago, Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry, I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. I know all about spacing out. I truly do. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picked up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finish filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner pole. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, and then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Wow. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew! you seem like we're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? Oh no, it's not that. I'm just glad we managed to get everything done. I see. Him too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. You don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we would have extra time after. Oh. Yeah, I was secretly hoping we will find an extra time after finishing the work. A little nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Well, Yuri thinks to herself, I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. Probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault. And the important thing is we got everything done right? Yeah? So, I should probably be disappearing. Gathering all everything, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with her friend in a relaxed environment. That doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I'll walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem, I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will, well then. Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, I kind of say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted. Because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over or we can go out somewhere. I forget, you don't like going out much. Oh. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so you're very thoughtful. Yuri takes a step closer, then briefly squeezes my hand. I kinda like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? I don't even get a chance as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori? Eh? Uh-oh. Hi. Sayori. Just now we weren't... It's okay. I just stopped by to say hi. So it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we're all to be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course, Suri beams. Yes, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Yuri waves goodbye after her. Sayori? I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was really being mean to me. I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri. How close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such a good friends. All that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. And this would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true. How many Doki Doki games are there? Well, there was the original one, the DDLC. The original one was in 2017, the freeware one. Then they did the Plus edition a few years later, like for a general commercial release. So technically, two versions. The second one has additional content and such, slightly better artwork. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to pull up with me being selfish. Monika was right. I should just... Monika? Monika was right about what? Sayori? What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slid my hand down Sayori's arms and squeezed her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. That's what I'm going to give it, and that's what I'm going to give to you. I love you. Eh? Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you can tell me more. So there's no way you can like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner, but spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens, as long as we continue like this every day. With you by my side, then I know we'll be both be happy. Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Is this really okay? Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this, Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now, I want the rain clouds go away. They're not going away at all. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay. I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. Ugh, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know. I want everything to be the same as it always has been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Harry gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me. Right? Huh? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It feels like a bunch of thorns when you told me you love me. That's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feeling as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I shouldn't be doing something more. I should be doing something more or something different. Ow. None of these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back in the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I got. Sayori is the most important person to me. And I'll do whatever it takes to help, I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. I want to make sure I get that. No. So just one thing I know about this game is that there is that on the, if I remember right, the default ending deletes all the things you unlock. So that's why I jumped to it. This is make sure we get the screenshots and stuff. I also need to pop upstairs for a moment, so I'll be right back. Wait, what the hell?
What in the...
The smell of gunpowder, spent shell casings. There's been a battle here.
Yeah, no shit.
Forestland Army. Damn, you think the town's okay?
What the hell do you want? I'll knock your stinking head off!
Take that!
Take this!
So annoying. Here we go.
I've got this!
Yeah. Hut. Yeah. Hut. Yeah.
It hurts!
Here we go.
Ow! Ow!
Well, he's running away.
Damn it. You'll pay for this.
Will I?
Easy. What was up with that guy?
I'll let you sell it out from under me.
Oh, really? Then I guess I raised you wrong.
You didn't raise her. You lowered her. Oh. Oh. Oh, you're going to get your ass kicked, bro. Somebody's definitely going to get their ass kicked. Somebody's going to get their wig split.
Huh?
Kasuga-san!
What's the big idea? This is none of your damn business!
Believe me, when it comes to other people's...
Prince, I just thought of something. Wouldn't it be easier to have someone who can fly carry you there?
Quit complaining and get your butt in here right now. Hey, let's move. Prince, stay on your toes. Souvenirs for us. Let's go.
Well, there you go. And so begins a grand adventure. Now, was it Pierce in the first?
Intelligence. In the first game?
Pierce was the one that runs away for Bravo, for Alpha Team.
Is it Pierce Niven?
No,
I thought he was in the sixth game.
yeah, no, Vickers, Brad Vickers or something
Vickers, Brad Vickers, yeah.
And back. I guess, as I said, it's, ever wonder why we haven't really done visual novels? No, I take that back. We done visual novels because when we did the what was it? The Zero Escape trilogy. Those obviously were a visual novel format, but it also had gameplay. And they also had like voice acting to kind of break things up in a way. It's the day of the festival. All days I expected this to be one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. Banner Yuri and I painted is dry and gently rolled it, and I gently rolled it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monika, I'm sure the event will be great too. Hi! You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monika is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. That must be the one she prepared that have all the poems we were performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monika would like and submitted it. That's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important she would try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Fred. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know. Exchange? Monika, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I yeah. 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 Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Geez, you don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I'll probably know a lot more. I probably know a lot more than you think. Huh? Monika is being as friendly as usual. For some reason, I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. What's wrong? Nothing. The poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. Yeah, no shit. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself, Monika calls out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things would be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I've reached Sayori's house and knocked on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, this feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy! There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Sayori! Well, Monika said we left her hanging. Quite literally. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit just yesterday. I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. And why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her. I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it always has been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. The one I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry that guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never, 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 never! The end. Thank you, Striker. Look up the Brewers score. Okay. 22-0 on the Mariners. Jeez. Let's see. 6 runs given up by Miller, 5 runs by Simpson, 2 runs by Davila. So that's 6 plus 5 plus 2. That's 13 runs. And then Rivas, they just lit Rivas' ass up in the 8th inning, didn't they? Started shutout since 1900. Yeah, it's a shugout. It, So yeah, 22 runs on 22 hits and 5 walks, plus 4 errors. Yeah, it was a bad night. It was a bad night for the Mariners. Alrighty. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious of any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighborhood and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. Aye? It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friends groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there will be any girls in it anyway. The school is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. And after I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. What? Monika? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Huh, yeah, it has. Monika smiles sweetly. Well, we do know each other well. We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. Well, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. You know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? Kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. Really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that, but it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything: reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists she always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Huh. Hey, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome. You're really sweet, you know that? It's nothing really. Here we go then. I'll look for the materials no time. You're more important. Thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. Eh? A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to cure the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. Anyway, welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess, you're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki, girl with a sour attitude whose name apparently is Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet the both of you. So I ran into him in the classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry, I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I shall at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that will be great. Why don't you come sit down? These girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, gotta take a seat next to Monica. I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure that you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all their effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have really worked hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. He carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. Doesn't like a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps it quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. Her favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story is in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort zone in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well have a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Real horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world. If only for brief moments. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? I just... Natsuki's eyes dot orbited me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gave you that idea? Not the piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back. Fine, fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have any writing experience too, Yuri? Myself, maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share her memories. Guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step forward to take. Do you agree as well? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind this entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stared back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth. Thing is, we don't have enough people yet to form an official club. We need 4, and I've been trying really hard to find new members. If we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. Not am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I will feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. Besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right, okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that? Yeah, it could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would have been super pissed. I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone will remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem, bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah, I really impressed the class star Monika with my mediocre writing. Give me a moment here. I would. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls, Atsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. Guess the stars will. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yes. Can you hear me? All right. Let's go. Yes. Is melancholy on this list? No. Embrace on this list? No. Time, is that on this list? No. Eternity. Doki Doki. Indeedy. No. Lazy? No. After imaged. After image is not on the list. Determination? No. Heaven sent. Okay. Damn, none of these words are on the list. Beauty, destiny, philosophy, rainbow. Ooh, no. Really, no. Unregistered, no. Memories. Alright, strawberries on the list. Shiny. Sugar. Honey. Honey's down. This hitter is Starscape. Headphones is. Hang them together. Flowers now on the list. Here's down on the list. Vanilla's on the list. Bubbles, I believe, is on the list. Yes, it is. He's not. Caliber, no. The spies, no. Friends, not on the list. Contamination, not on the list. Skipping. That's the word we're looking for. Parfait. Jumpy. Y. Oop. Valentine. Cute. Marshmallow. Playground. Whoa. Well, that happened. Hi again. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Now, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he's deserving any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monika. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. If you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Notice that Monika is standing in front of the text box. This came from a big mouth. You certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps their manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, but make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in the club now. It only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Oh wait, I didn't mean it like that at all. So, if you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try and be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into the bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is, how is this girl accidentally being so cute? Does she even pick out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much? Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I hear Natsuki's utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Fucking Monika! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books over in boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written all on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Here it is, I pulled it out of the stacks. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand, turns to a box of manga, slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Much better! Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know the feeling. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls? A series I've never heard of in my life. Probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. Going to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. I'll tell you one thing. Consider this a lesson. Don't judge a book. Don't. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. Not that I was ever in the closet. Wait, I did that joke last night. She takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats me on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? And I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. Can't read at the same time like that. And why is that? I guess it's easier to be closer together like this. Don't just say that. You make me feel weird about it. Suki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry, I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsui once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Now, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happening yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's a about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of those since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Are you sure it isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so, I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I was excited when I can convince any of my friends to pick up a series I like. You know what I mean? You don't? It's not, well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Oh, sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, ew, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. And honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitate towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, I guess so. What law enforcement was a bit accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. Wait, what? At least it's safe here in the club room. But Monika's kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe, but at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Geez, that's enough. Are you going to keep reading or what? Yeah, flip the page. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. Looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki! Eh? Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey! Yeah, that's a bit fuck up. Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monika reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. Snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. Told you not to give me out. She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Oh, goody. Hey, Fizzer, you're in this part already. Oh, yeah. That's my tendency to space out a bit. Yes. And yes, there are Noel Vermillions here. I mean, let's give Fizzer the shout out. So, Hero Fizzer, excuse me. A Hero Fizzer, a self-proclaimed writer by day, protector at night. They protect this city. This variety streamer is currently on a Dead by Daylight kick with recent broadcasts featuring Persona 4 Arena Ultimax and Marvel Rivals. Expect chatty comedic content that's LGBTQ friendly and riff heavy. Just remember, it's an 18 plus channel over at twitch.tv/Hero Fizzer. This city, is this city like somewhere between like St. Canard, city of Townsville, the town of Citiesville, Duckburg? What? Where else am I forgetting? I'm guessing it is somewhere. This city, somewhere in that general area. Don't worry. No, not at all. He's fine. It's just this city. This happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? Who should I show my poem to first? I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. Probably only fair I shared mine with her first. Okay, well, let's start with things I don't like. I just thought I'd poke in and see how things go and didn't realize you were this far in already. When I don't space out, because yes, visual novels without any type of gameplay or something to break it up I can't space out. We got through a good chunk of what would be considered Act 1 last night. And it was like a little over nearly 2 hours. No, like about an hour and 30 before we finished Act 1, where we quite literally left Sayori hanging. Monika made a joke first. Plus, I don't, like that's how when Stryker chimes in, I don't have much to bounce off of. Well, okay, well, let's start with things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. And then what's the point of sharing it in the first place? Oh, yeah. If I remember right, the one night stream I did of this game nearly a decade ago, or probably less than a decade since this came out. The original version came out like 2017. I think it was about 9 hours. But this is the plushed version where there are apparently side stories. So we'll see what happens before we get to the end credits. And then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. Now, did you remember to go through each girl before you got to Act 2? Nope. I was trying to get like the poems perfect for each one. I got it for Yuri, but not Sayori or yeah. So I figured this is like the regular ending because there's a lot of like what is it? Save scumming and stuff, and I'm and going like backtracking and remembering to save at certain points. A future playthrough to try and get the good ending, which I know exists. Yeah, probably will save that for a future playthrough. And that's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel more comfortable. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monika said. I would be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, huh, but it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. Yes. Ah, so you're gonna put yourself through that. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. Ooh, you don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go or announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. Yeah. What, you don't want just like the original ending? The true... I can't figure out if this is a win or a loss like you like my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monika will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly. Oh, it's the same poem, so we'll... as before. I'd like to end on a happy note if I can. True. Oh, but being locked in a room with Monica for all eternity is not a happy note? Yeah, I told you that you weren't going to like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Like you never see me play Genocide in Undertale. Neither. When I played Undertale, I went with the passive route too, with the intention at some point in trying to do the Genocide run. Never did way back to it. With the reason being is like I saw the ridiculousness of the combat stuff, having to move with the little heart and stuff and the patterns. It's like, yeah, no, I was like, I was satisfied with the original, with the ending that I got. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. But people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you doing great things can be really disheartening. But I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but they made it fall flat on purpose. Helps bring out the feelings in the last line. So you did. I guess more went to that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Keep in mind that every character in this game is like 18, 19 years old, canonically speaking. And yet they're all in the 19-year-olds are still in high school. So yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but Natsuki is feeling proud, and I won't take that away from her. Going to Yuri next. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on, okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I'm guessing that it might be after reading it, though, through it. So it's that bad. No, Alright, I want to get out of here before more Nightmare Food shows up. Alright, Fizzer, have yourself a great night and a great day tomorrow. But you talk about Nightmare Fuel. What Nightmare Fuel? Probably like next thing won't show happen on it until Thursday anyway. I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes and we haven't gotten anywhere. Might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I didn't really notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and then fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. Well, I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you a valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Alright, same poem as the for Act 1. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time to read. Oh, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. I like the poem. Even though it's short, I was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Huh? Who? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all. Really? I must have totally missed the point. I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last name remaining place, comfort, unable to get out of the past. And so to be left with nothing, that's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll keep trying. I'll be counting on you. And who should we show the poem to next? Monika. Yes, Monika. Hi, having a good time so far? Swig of water for the working man. Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off going just with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? Kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry. We're a little embarrassed today, you know. It's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. I like it. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. Kinda makes me think of something that Suki would write. And she's a good writer, too. To take that as a compliment. Okay, so... Yep, if you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. Sometimes she just loses all her strength and shuts down. Like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. Hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know. Alright, just trying to look at the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Alright, it is... Hole on the wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking, or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? Instead of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears, the room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. Must be a way out of here. Right there. He's right there, swallowing our fears. I brandish my pen. So what do you think? And it's very freeform, is that what you call it? Alright, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay, yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performing out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. Kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. Try so hard to make it perfect and you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew, I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they are just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. A sigh, I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika is writing down. Classroom. Monika is writing something in her notebook. Eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. They read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyes furrow in frustration, meanwhile Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language, eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Oh, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feelings of giving up. Like you said, how can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I wasn't trying to say something nice. I mean, you have to try that. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. Huh. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and he did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. I didn't expect it to change anytime soon. Which I haven't yet. And Fred liked my poem too, you know, and he even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up so well. Maybe you're just jealous that he appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No, if I was that full of myself, I would have deliberately gone out of my way to make sure everything clapped in. I would make sure I do currency. Wow. I did really go out of my way to make everything I do cutesy. Ooh. Oh, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs actually grew a size bigger as soon as he started showing up. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really are act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me, look who's talking, you wanna be edgy bitch. Edgy? Sorry, that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Well, be careful or you might cut yourself on the edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you? Did you accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let family hear everything you really think. Sure, he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly, Yuri turned to me as she noticed I was standing there. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. He started it. Hi. What up? Hey, why don't we step outside for a little bit? It's like we just take it outside, okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. Probably better for us to stay out of it. We'll go back once they have done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to do a little more, be a little more assertive sometimes. I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, it is. If this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'll be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms in her forehead. Yuri, I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or did. Please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. Something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Yes, I'm sure Natsuki will forget about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over. You can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monika. You can go first, Monika. I'd like to stay a little longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I don't get much of a chance to discuss my book. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with them. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really... Are you? All right, all right. Doesn't matter at this point. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Red Remix. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over his shoulder toward looking around the room. Suzuki is reading manga at a desk, and surprisingly, Monika isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. Oh, yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. Something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple of days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person. Now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Don't say those things. Don't say those kinds of things so frankly. You make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything's a little bit brighter with you around and, sorry, what am I saying, right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monika? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Harry, I'm guessing you have a futon here or something? Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Geez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry. A little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Oof. Natsuki, about yesterday, I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But I'll accept your apology anyway if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns towards me. Ow. You're still on trial, though. Hey! Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. How dare you are. I didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah, but Natsuki was. I was not. Well, what took you so long anyway? Oh, well, my last period today was study hall, and to be honest, I was kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware that you played the music as a musician as well, Monika. Don't give me any credit. Give more credit than I deserve. Guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, that means require a lot of dedication, so I'm still impressed. Oh well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us here sometime. That's up to a few things. Monika looks at me. Well, I'm working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. That's so. In that case, I won't let you down. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry, I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monika was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. It was not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Perhaps, besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. Since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. I suppose so. I don't think I could say no to you after you gave that book to me. I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished reading yesterday, she's fine. Reading over there. So it's okay, right? In that case, I don't see any problems. We're starting now. Let's find a place to sit. I'm still being pulled like a forceful general direction. Being a little foolish, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart, I just won't stop pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. Yeah, but I need to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath, and pulls a copy of the book out of her bag. What's this story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is called Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. The people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and fixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. Anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories. Don't worry. Wow. I hope so. Yeah, sorry. Get myself distracted here. Yeah, I totally forget that Yuri's into those things. So shy, reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Just that this kind of story had that challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. But horrible things happen not just because someone who wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I've never lost interest or anything. Well, Guessing it's alright then. I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. I know that feeling all too well. I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about your reading. The least I can do is listen. A literature club, after all. Oh, that's true. Heck, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... Now, what are you saying? Let me get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? Seems a little the back row is a bit close to the front row. I'm sorry. Not that I noticed. Not that. Is not that I don't want you to. It's something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. Not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It seems she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just bathing. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, here, this should work, right? Wow. I sit at my desk until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book or between the two of them. Huh, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right arm to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. When holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of a distraction. It's as if I could feel the growing urge. See, who can it be blamed though? Wow. As if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Wow, I just totally spaced out there. Are you ready? Eh? Turn the page. Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Glance over at Yuri's face and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Then I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page over feels like an intimate exchange. her thumb gently letting go of the pages, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate to the characters at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry, thought you meant something different recently. Thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. I don't know what so I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Something had just happened just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, not really. I was just making sure you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Anyway, don't worry. I believe you, silly. You just need to be in this, Yuri just needs to be this sometimes. There's nothing alarming. Anything you say so. Wow. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? And shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up, I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it into my bag. This is where we will save it. We'll save it there. Like, wow, because I am spacing out more and more here. Which is not a good thing. New music was unlocked. A different poem variation. Wait, where was that? Oh, I'm really hoping I grabbed that screenshot. Weird. Anyway. Oh, hey, Mimi. How was your day? That was a long day. Got some writing done. Work was all right. I am tired. Let me tell you. Oh, ad break. And the ads rolled in, so we'll wait to the ad break. Yeah, problem is I tend to space. With a visual novel game, I am spacing out way too damn much. Oh, you got a 2-minute ad. Yeah, so we'll wait for the ad break. We'll wait for the ad break to end. So it's like understanding and managing spacing out while reading aloud. Spacing out while reading aloud. When your mind wanders, you lose focus or you tune out. Common experience that can happen to anyone, but especially frequent in people with ADHD. And a choice is an involuntary shift in attention, often linked to the brain's default mode networking going active when the task network is less engaged. ADHD connection. People with ADHD are more prone to these lapses even when well rested because their attention systems fluctuate more. Cognitive load. Reading aloud requires both visual processing and verbal output. Can be taxing if your focus is already fragmented. Subvocalization. The habit of silently saying words in your head and can slow reading aloud as your brain waits for the internal voice to catch up. Fatigue or stress, sleep deprivation, stress, or overstimulation can trigger spacing out. Use fix-up strategies. Realize you're spacing out, pause and reread the section, change your position, lighting, or environment to reset focus. Read aloud with purpose. Speaking the words aloud can help anchor your attention to the text, reducing the chance of drifting. Break tasks into smaller chunks. Use vocalization, self-motivating. Ah. Okay, so I kind of learned something there because I have noticed I was spacing out, and while I was reading aloud, and that is a sign of ADHD. Go freaking figure. Maybe I should eventually get myself tested for that, you know? Because typically my attention is normally very good, but I do tend to multitask a bit with almost everything else I do. Anyway, Mimi, hopefully the ad break should be done. So my day was all right. The last night I crashed super hard, feeling exhausted. But let's see. Woke up, got one story finished. Went started into the next story, which involved quite a bit of research. Having to look up a 1977 Italian film called Emmanuel in America to get like proper context for something that happens about like a minute 10 in the film. So it's like so it's like skimming. It's been like a good chunk. It's a good chunk of the day skimming through that. Work was all right. With luck, I can get that story done. And what I got next? So since you're here, Mimi, I can probably give a rough. Let's see. Got paid for that. All right. So if I can get this story, the current story, I might not be able to finish tomorrow. More likely, it'll be finished on Thursday. So I got two stories ahead of your Resident Evil one. Your Resident Evil story is third in the queue. In fact, I need to. What's ahead of it is this Emmanuel story and the part two of a Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney story from last month, and then it's your story, and then more likely I kind of let the. That's right. I'm still waiting on folks to get their September, the tier 3 folks to get their September stories sent over. I got 2 of the 5, but I'll get on them on that next week. So for sure, definitely 3 stories. So depending on if the tier 3 folks get their stuff in, will kind of determine when I start on those things. Let's see. Basically, going from a 1977 film to Phoenix Wright to Resident Evil to Persona to Star Wars to Anthem, or Mortal Kombat to wrestling to Star Wars to Anthem, depending on, at least that's what I have there. Well, not. Oh, I've played it before. I played it like 9 years ago, like the year it came out. So I'm familiar with it. I'm familiar with it, all the tropes and everything. So nothing surprises me. It's just that reading it, all the dialogue aloud, is kind of, it might be triggering some of my ADHD tendencies that I. Only one person only ever said that I might have ADHD, but reading it aloud is a bit problematic. I mean, and I've done visual novels before, but when I think of visual novels, the last time we did like a straight visual novel type thing was the Zero Escape trilogy, which actually had puzzles and voice acting and stuff that where it wasn't just me carrying it the entire way. Yeah, so we already lost Sayori, and Yuri is slowly going nuts. Natsuki's already forgot memory has already been tampered with, and Monika is just Monika. But yeah, something I have noticed, and I noticed it this morning when I was knocking out some of the menu screen achievements. And it's mainly this image where I noticed it. The the fact that Monika is wearing black stockings, leggings, whatever you want to call them, socks, and the other 3 are wearing like white. Like if that's not a telltale sign, something is like she is different from the. She's not like the other girls. I don't know. That's a telltale sign, right? Danganronpa is fun too. I've never done. I have not messed with the Danganronpa games. I have seen people play them, and they're on my. I do have several on the console. So and I have been asked, and I know because of there is kind of like some crossover appeal between them and the Persona franchise. So it's like going from one to the other. It kind of makes sense. Yeah, it's but there's a fair amount there. It's like they're on the agenda of things to do. Speaking of agendas, now Being updated. What's being updated now? Among that. So where is it? Let's see. Death Road. So I have the original. I did grab at one point in time the original Destroy All Humans. Then they came out with the remake and its sequel. And I'm not sure if I want to grab that just to make sure I can get like achievements. Like I always like to, because there's no achievements associated with the original version. I'm kind of debating myself on that. Like everything that you see here is on my to-do list if I have not already played it. And this is just the Xbox side. Some things we have played before thoroughly, completely. And then it's some things we do like to revisit, such as the Gear of War franchise. I am rather pleased with myself. I did get all the achievements in Forza Horizon 6. Anyway. Vey. I'm gonna get me a little snack after this trip. A little nosh. Give me a little nosh, a little something to chow down on, and then hit the hay. We're gonna hit the hay. We're gonna crash. We're gonna crash hard. Well, after I go through the clips and stuff. Let's see. I do recommend playing both the original and remakes. Pretty fun. And it's an eventually. Sometimes I will look at like what I have played over the course of the year and see it's like okay, and also try and thankfully there is not anything major coming out the rest of the year on the Xbox side of things where I'm thinking okay, I want to at least make sure whatever it is I'm playing it will not interfere with me playing something as close to day one as possible, which isn't often. Like the only thing that's really was like Persona 4 Revival, and that doesn't come out till February. And let's see. Is anybody else playing Doki Literature Club this evening? There is, but Official Mondo was not a channel that jived with me when I dropped in on them once before. I do know that Twitch chat lines are going to be filled with GTA 6. Yeah, and I can tell you this much. You know what channel was not going to be featuring GTA 6 come November? This one right here. GTA 6 will not be on this channel at all. Absolutely, positively not. It's like I will be doing counter programming. Oh no, it's not just that because I don't like Rockstar's business practices, but I haven't liked a GTA game since GTA. Like the only GTA game I ever liked and bothered, putting the effort in to finish was GTA Vice City on the PlayStation 2. I still have the strategy guide for that game. That was the only GTA game I ever finished. Yeah. Like I wanted to like San Andreas, but some of its bugs and some of that game's bugs and glitches were like pissed me right the hell off, so I never even came close to finishing that. GTA 3 that was too repetitive. I never even bothered playing GTA 4. You did have something with Candy Sucks on the one of your outlines that kind of got delayed. Yeah. But that's it. But plus, also, I tended to lean more towards Saints Row anyway. Saints Row 3, Saints Row 4, Saints Row Get Out of Hell, Agents of Mayhem, and the Saints Row 2020. I really enjoyed those games. And of all the Saints Row games, I probably played 3 and 4 the most. I never played the first Saints Row, so that's on my list. I have played Saints Row 2, but I hated the controls. But I was playing the Steam version of that when I decided. No, it was the controls and some of the missions I didn't care for. So maybe at some points I'll do play like the original Saints Row and see if we can actually finish that or in Saints Row 2. I do have an excuse to play Saints Row 4 again because I have that on the PlayStation side. Anyway, I did find someone to raid here. We're going to swing over to Calliope, who is playing Dark Cloud 2. Tomorrow night we got Gears of War 3 with Iceman, which means my ADHD tendency should not be kicking in, as we do shooty chainsaw blades things and so forth. Mimi, thanks for popping in. Fizzer as well. Striker, everybody else who either said hi, chatted, lurked, saw me space out for no apparent reason. Much appreciate y'all. Hope you have a great rest of your night. Tighten your friendship bracelet. Stay safe. But see you tomorrow for the return of Marcus Phoenix and Dom Santiago. Good night, folks.